Hey, what's up? Shalom. I just had to come bring something to you right quick. Here's some thoughts that I had. Like, you could tell who is really, who is really on their spiritual journey as far as healing when they understand certain roadblocks. When they understand, I ain't gonna say, I'm sorry for lack of better words, not roadblocks. Roadblocks too, but certain pinnacles, certain places, certain things you make it to. Like, for instance, I would like to use church for an example. The head pastors and ministers, they can tell where a lay member is at in their journey by how they move, how they view things, how they respond and react to things. They can tell when it's almost time for them to get to that place where they need to be walking in the fivefold ministry. And then you got other people who will say, and listen, follow me. They will say they ready for the fivefold ministry, but the way they react, respond, and view things doesn't have like fivefold ministry quality or like it's ready yet. I say all that to say this. When you're on your spiritual journey, you can always tell where certain people at if you walk it out diligently. Like, you can always tell who has done the healing by how healing they are just within themselves. Not even towards people, themselves, the whole nine. And I want to say, about a week ago, I had a conversation with somebody that I was cool with, and I gave him something hard, but not too hard. And in my mind, I'm like, why did I hold back? But I kept hearing this still voice like, watch what you say, because this person gonna try to use everything against you. And everything that I was saying to this individual, it wasn't wrong. Like, this individual did something to me and then tried to hit me up like I did something to them. And at this point, you gotta know when you're dealing with certain people, like, that's not gonna fly, that's not gonna work. Like, you end up saying something to somebody that can take you back in your own journey. Now, don't get it twisted. I ain't choose the words of an angel. I'm not gonna lie, because I felt like they needed to know a little bit of that. Yeah, I know what you did. Even though you think I don't know what you did, I know what you did. So, but at the same time, I didn't go too hard like I wanted to, like my ego wanted me to. My ego wanted me to drive the stake all the way through and then provide the receipts with what I was talking about or wanted to say, I should say. But like I said, I heard that still voice like, watch what you do. Watch what you say. This person is only doing that to try to use it against you. I said what I said, and I left it where it's at, and I quit messaging the individual. I don't hate the person. I don't hate nobody. It's just, everybody for so many years preached to me, not everybody, but a lot of people preached to me about when you wrong, say you wrong. And that's an issue I've never had. I've never had an issue when being wrong, actually admitting, hey, yo, I'm wrong. I never had an issue admitting when I'm wrong. For one, I never had an issue with apologizing from a sincere place. But when people feel like they don't owe you an apology, when you always apologizing, even when you not wrong about stuff, you got to kind of think like, especially when, like, going back, tying everything together about being in a certain place on your journey, you get to a certain place in your journey where you start thinking about equal give and take. Like, you called me and asked me to do something for you. I did it for you, but I gave you extra because you my partner. Then when I test you, the car and be like, yo, can you give me a ride here? I don't got all the money right now. When you do, though, but you just testing the individual and they try to just put the pedal to the metal on you. When you look out constantly for this person, you gotta like reevaluate, is this really your kinfolks? Is this really your people? Is this really your mans? Is this really the person you call bro? Are they really like that? Are they really that to me? You call and ask me for something, I go out the window for you. I call and ask you for something, you complain, you murmur, and you yeah. You get to a certain place in your journey where if you always the person that's giving, at some point you're gonna look for something back. You're gonna look for some reciprocity, some reciprocation. I'm like, yo. And you go, and then you gotta be careful because it's different dimensions to this thing. Like, you're gonna see that, and you're gonna want something to come back. But in the same sense, you also gotta watch for the ones who do give back, but it's the bird feed you so you can keep kicking in how you kick in, keep giving how you give. So at the end of the day, man, you get to a certain place in your walk or your spiritual journey where you just like, you have to you reevaluate things. You see things for what it's worth. You see things for what it is, and you learn to just keep it moving. No hatred, no bitterness, no nothing. You learn on your journey what it is to heal, how to heal. The more that you learn more about yourself, the more you learn how to heal yourself. The more you learn the attributes that God gave you, because a lot of times people will try to lean on God for so much when He's given us certain attributes on what to do and how to do. We just don't want to dig deep. If you go back and watch all my old videos on social medias and YouTube, I talked about moments where I had to face my childhood trauma, where I had to face that thing and start dealing with it. And it helps you to realize where you at in your journey for real, where you at in your spiritual walk for real. It helps you to be stout and solid within your own being. Once, like I talked about essence and learning your true being of who you are, your innermost being. You don't like, after a while, outside voices is like, bro, what is that? Half of the time, the voice is gonna come from people that don't even know you personally. So you can't get caught up in that. You gotta be in a place in your journey where, before I get into that, it's people that will tell you something that you need to do that you already doing that they haven't even started yet. You gotta be in a place in your journey where you gotta be, it sounds crazy, but you gotta be okay with that and not respond to that. I don't know, man. It's just some stuff I wanted to jump on and share with y'all. Shalom.